My name's Jamie Wilson. I'm a physiotherapist. Studied physio in Edinburgh, and in my spare time I am an RAF Reservist as a flight lieutenant. Also as a physio and straying into the world of medical logistics. I obviously do like all the telltale physio stuff, sore knees, sore backs. I've also moved into medical audit, where I have to check that like assessment reports are up to standard, and then also in the RAF I'm a flight commander, so I just have to check that people's mandatory trainings are all in order and their annual leave is fine and all the sort of normal sort of managerial tick boxes and admin exercises. I actually have to say sports physio. That's why every young boy goes into physio. Unfortunately, it's a very small part of physio, but sports physio is the absolute dream. It's slightly skewed because my first job working as a physio was in the Western Cape with rugby, but it was super. I studied physiotherapy, believe it or not, because I didn't want a desk job, but I suppose age and bills has then taken over. But I suppose it comes out the back of seeing physios treat my family, and then as I got older, sports injuries to me. I knew I wasn't medically minded enough to study medicine. My elder brother went in to medicine, still is in medicine, but I did know from a fairly early age that wasn't for me. Physio strikes a nice balance between academia as well as physiology and then the sports side of things as well. I popped out of university in 2011, went to South Africa, worked with rugby teams, which was super. As a 22-year-old physio, that was just a sort of dream. From that point, moved to London. I worked in Balham for Surrey Physio, which was super. Very, very supportive company. Super owner, took every opportunity to then try and nurture. And it was from then that I was fairly confident that I was doing what I wanted to do. I studied the right thing, and I enjoyed all of the components of it. Then I was offered the opportunity to move home, and I've subsequently taken it for a cheaper cost of living and life. Just do it. It sounds trite and sweeping and silly, but there are so many things that people will then shy away from because they feel that they can't or that they won't be able to. I understand now at 29 that I have fought my fight. And I have mostly triumphed, but I wish that I'd started that earlier. There's nothing that can't be done eventually with hard work. Either sort of read it, run it, study harder, just be fitter, faster, stronger and better read, and it'll all be fine. You might have to work a bit harder, but we'll all get there. Not a single moment. Whenever I moved to London, I was obviously going into like a big city in a new job, which was after patient facing, and there was like a continual stress with that. But I found that actually over the space of a few weeks, I found that I didn't really stammer at all when I was meeting patients, and to go from what I was to where I now was, that was a huge moment really. That was one of the sort of fundamentals that I would say showed me that I could not sort of conquer my stammer, because I don't want it to sound like a pass fail, but that's one of the moments where I did realise that the stammer doesn't have to like inhibit what I can do and what I can achieve. I think a 13-year-old me would be pleased with where I've gone and how I've got there. So far, I wouldn't say there's anything that I haven't run at a sort of headlong from a stammering point of view. I went to uni, I studied what I wanted to do, I worked in the patient facing role, I joined the military, I actually got a merit whenever I popped out of that sort of officer training. So there's nothing that I haven't done. due to my stammer, but I have found that it's taken me an awful lot more time and more work and probably more stress. But I think overall a 13-year-old me would be fairly encouraged with where he was going. No, I would say that there are things which I've had to plan a bit more sort of carefully because of my stammer. There are things that I have to think about that most don't. The best example that I would have to use for that is in a meeting at the moment, my fear is to just going around your room at the start and you have to say what your name is rather than the content. Whereas I know that now with the age and experience, most of my colleagues are very nervous about their content. Whereas still for me it's just my name is at the very start. So there are subtle differences, there are things that we have to think about that others don't. But equally, I think everyone has their own little battle going on. Everyone has a private battle. Ours is a bit more obvious. You can't really shy away from ours, but you would be naive to think that other people didn't have their own issues and battles going on. And I think having an awareness of that is very important. And it isn't all about us.